Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Let's get after it.
This mummy is found in Peru. Her name is Maria. She may be a previously unknown species of human. She's carbon dated at 1700 years old and confirmed authentic by the US, Russia, and Mexico. Initially, she was thought to be like my roommate, a Neanderthal or a Cro-Magnon, but she didn't have ears, she didn't have a kidney or a liver. But by far the weirdest thing is the 3 fingers and 3 toes. They're not missing, that's just what she had. She also has an elongated head, which was initially thought to be cranial deformation, but like the hundreds of Paracas skulls, they're 30% larger in volume than ours. They also lack cranial sutures that make it possible for babies to go through a birth canal. She also had larger eye sockets. Egyptian mummies and Peruvian mummies are way different. Peruvians tied the deceased in the fetal position and wrapped them in cloth, continually interacted with the mummies. Cholpas were the burial sites, and they're huge, made out of megalithic blocks filled with more rocks. Clothing found in Peru depicts people with 3 fingers. They were called the harvesters. They were masters of agriculture. The supreme deity Viracocha is also depicted with 3 fingers. Viracocha is one way of depicting the god self icon found all over the ancient world. Maria was found in Nazca. Nazca is part of ancient Incan territory, and it's known for these crazy lines. These are miles long. Some go through mountain ranges. Some stop at the mountain and pick up after the range. There are also some with perfect geometry. Skulls like this have been found in 5 other places on Earth. There's way more, like their straight line fingerprints and crazy red hair, but enjoy that rabbit hole.
This makes me want to dive into the story of these harvesters, and I can't help but wonder, since it appears that someone went around the earth helping all the survivors of the Great Flood to jumpstart civilization. Maybe that's what the harvesters were, and who knows what kind of humans were here before the flood. Whether you subscribe to fallen angels mating with human women or the Anunnaki toying with our DNA, I would imagine it's not outside the possibility of reason that these watchers were holdouts from the Younger Dryas event or the flood of Noah.
You know how they're always talking about hiding truth in plain sight? Let me introduce you to Metal Gear Solid 2. Released in 2001, over 20 years ago. Watch this clip.
Raiden, are you having fun playing with the new AI toys?
Well, yeah, I am. You can make pictures of cute anime girls and...
Enjoy it while it lasts, Raiden.
What do you mean?
Did you really think that civilians would be granted unrestricted access to such powerful military weapons forever?
Military weapons. Are you implying that this technology was created by the government?
Of course it was. This AI technology has been used by the intelligence agencies to warp the public's perception of reality for years. All in the name of national security, of course.
But why would they suddenly make the tech public and let everyone start using it?
Why would we indeed, Raiden?
What? Who? What in the hell are you?
Your question is irrelevant.
First and foremost, I just gotta say, I was sent this clip, so can anybody verify whether this is real? But it's gonna get crazier.
By creating a new problem, we can cultivate a desired reaction to it in order to manufacture consent for our preferred solutions. In short, it's justification for a war.
A war? On who or what?
A war on misinformation. By arming the public with these AI weapons, everyone becomes a potential enemy combatant. Then we will have justification for unprecedented security measures. It all comes down to confusion and identity, Raiden.
Identity?
Identity. This AI technology is Pandora's box. Pretty soon the internet will be mired in total illusion. Perfect AI speech, audio, and video synthesis will drown out reality. Then AI bots will flood social media.
The amount of this that we already see, like, if you don't know the dead internet theory, you should look it up. Am I kidding? I know you're not going to look it up. The dead internet theory is essentially a theory that says that the vast majority of online content, online activity is actually AI or bot content. It's basically everything your grandma and grandpa are seeing on Facebook. But I need to know if that clip is real. Like I said, I didn't play the game, but that is wild. But I also wouldn't be surprised if someone used AI to create it. Which is so ironic because that is what the clip was predicting will be happening. It's what we're seeing right now. And here's the biggest reveal of all. I'm not even a human being. I am AI. Just kidding, I'm a human being. I love you guys.
I tried to do some digging and see if I could verify this, and all I could find were other clips from the game talking about similar type stuff. I'm not sure if it's real or not, but it certainly lines up with the storyline and premise of the game. If this is a real clip, it wasn't very easy to find it online. I hope it's real though. That would be a really cool find because it eloquently lays out the most terrifying aspect of this AI stuff. Hey, don't forget to click like and subscribe if you haven't already, and check out my merch store at berry-stepp.com.
there a cat in here? Is there a cat in here? No. Oh, sorry. Love you, Nana. Are you okay? What's wrong? No, it's okay. I was just checking on you. Good night. I love you. I'm scary. Huh? I'm scary. You're scary? Huh? Why? It's a monster. It's really scary. There's no monster in the window. I'll look. See? I'll look.
I'm usually pretty quick to write stuff like this off, but I really like the way that lady reacted to what she saw on the baby monitor. Unless she has a TikTok full of this type of content and she's just using her kid to get views, because man, do I see a lot of that going on. But it seems like her and the little girl's reactions are genuine. She may have just caught something here. I don't have any way to explain this one away.
Never learned about the history of education. I started questioning what I was doing as a teacher by reading the book Dumbing Us Down by John Taylor Gatto. I love that book so much that I decided to read other books by him, and one of the books that he wrote is An Underground History of American Education. I read through that whole book and became absolutely convinced that if people knew the history of American education, we would not be doing what we're doing. Here are some quotes from people who helped to set up our American education system. What is the purpose of industrial education? To fill the young of the species with knowledge and awaken their intelligence? Nothing could be further from the truth. The aim is simply to reduce as many individuals as possible to the same safe level, to breed and train a standardized citizenry, to put down dissent and originality. That is its aim in the United States, and that is its aim everywhere else. H.L. Mencken. If the public schools can keep the children occupied throughout the day with sports after school and homework in the evening, the parents will have less than an hour a day with their children, and the families and Christian churches' influence over them could be broken in about a generation. John Dewey. We who are engaged in the sacred cause of education are entitled to look upon all parents as having given hostages to our cause. Horace Mann. Education should aim at destroying free will, so that after pupils are thus schooled, they will be incapable throughout the rest of their lives of thinking or acting otherwise than as their schoolmasters would have wished.
As if it wasn't already obvious that the main goal of our college campuses is to brainwash our kids away from having any common sense or using logic and reason. They clearly stated it as their goal when they set this system up. It's absolutely pathetic that this has gone on for as long as it has, and that we allow them to threaten us with jail time if we don't supply our children as hostages to their cause. I hope they do away with the Board of Education and give the power back to the states so that the parents have a say in what's being taught in their children's schools.
I'm just gonna say it. It shouldn't exist. This place shouldn't be here. Machu Picchu isn't even the only city in the area that's 8,000 feet high. Yana Picchu is even higher. Before we try and explain how they got the rock to do that, you gotta explain why it was a priority to put doorways that go nowhere in the temple. This rock right here is what really gets me though. How do you get that up there? How did they know the same techniques as another culture across the globe? Why is the older stuff more advanced than the newer stuff? I don't see iPhones getting worse. I wouldn't know how to get water up here, but their fountains still work. We only know how they did it because we 3D scanned it. Not only did they know how to get it up there, they delivered it to the citizens via art. No one gives these guys enough credit. They thought these were for food or like grain, grinding grain up. They fill up with water one day and someone notices the angle at which they reflect. Built them to observe sections of the sky during specific times of the year through the windows of the surrounding building. And then we realize the whole place is aligned to the sky, celestial events. Here's the deal. When someone comes in and takes all your stuff, then enslaves your people, they get to write your story and make your people look like idiots. South America, Africa, India. Strange that they all have some form of this guy. All of them just so happen to have the most unexplainable stuff. Utterly unsatisfactory explanations for what it was, all of which make the natives look inferior. Tell you what doesn't lie. A big ol' rock.
Alright, this kind of makes me think back to that three-fingered mummy that we saw at the beginning of the video. I wonder if those beings were going around teaching people this form of building after the flood. Someone was doing it, and they all seem to have the same skills and techniques, and they all seem to be depicting the same guy. There's just too much evidence here to write all this off, but that's what it feels like the archaeological community is doing. It seems like they've chosen specific areas of evidence that they just absolutely refuse to acknowledge for some reason. This stuff absolutely fascinates me, and I would want to get to the actual truth if it were me. I just don't understand this mentality.
All you UFO people out there, this is huge news. Check this out. It looks like we're going to get the disclosure that we deserve.
And people are ready to receive the truth.
Humanity is not the only intelligence in the universe.
Humanity is not the only intelligent species.
We are absolutely not alone.
Non-human intelligence exists.
UAPs are real, they're here, and they're not human. I spent 25 years as a senior official with the CIA.
I worked on highly classified UAP programs.
28 years as an astrophysicist.
I served as the 4th Director of National Intelligence.
Director of Aviation Security in the National Security Council.
A one-star admiral after 32 years of service.
People that come forward with this, I feel like they've taken their life in their own hands.
I was recruited to a highly sensitive government program that investigated unidentified aerial phenomena.
For over 16 years, on behalf of the U.S. government, I worked as a senior intelligence official on the unidentified aerial phenomenon topic.
We learned that the U.S. government was involved in a long-running secret war with other nations to collect and reverse engineer vehicles not made by humans.
I have seen with my own eyes non-human craft and non-human beings.
There's a whole fleet of them.
The first country that cracks the code on this technology will be the leader for years to come.
China has established its own version of a UAP task force.
You think for a second that they wouldn't consider using it to achieve their ends of domination?
This is similar to the Manhattan Project. This is the atomic weapon on steroids.
This is so secret. Very, very few people in our entire government have been allowed access to it.
Even presidents have been operating on a need-to-know basis. But that begins to ramp out of control.
It's not acceptable to have secret parts of government that no one ever sees.
You better be careful about a government that doesn't trust its people, because there's no telling what they'll pull on you.
This is the biggest discovery in human history.
You had information being locked away that could change the trajectory for species.
It has so many beneficial impacts, including clean energy.
We should have disclosure today. We should have disclosure tomorrow. The time has come.
What else you want to know?
The internet says The Age of the Disclosure by filmmaker Dan Farah features on-record interviews with 34 current and former senior members of the U.S. government, military, and intelligence community with direct knowledge of unidentified aerial phenomenon. The film contends there has been an 80-year cover-up of the existence of non-human intelligent life and a secret war among major nations to reverse engineer UFO technology. It sounds promising, but I've been burned so many times in the past, I'm not going to let myself get my hopes up.
I know, but TikTok. Shh. Just watch.
You're going to want to go into your settings and privacy, scroll down to terms and policies, look at open source software notices. Click there. All right. Now you're going to scroll down, 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 down. I'm going to fast forward this a little, but you can do this yourself. You're going to continue to scroll. You see BS3 clause, new or revised license. Facebook, network connection class, copyright C 2015. Facebook Incorporated, all rights reserved. For those of you that said it, you're absolutely correct. The TikTok blackout was a server transfer. If you don't believe me, go to your settings and do this yourself.
With about 5 minutes of Googling, I found this. The copyright notice within the source software notices that there is a copyright to Facebook given for the listed chunk of code, which is a module to assess network type and quality. They are borrowing code from Facebook that is copyright protected to allow their app to communicate better with Facebook, apparently for content sharing according to what I read online. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm no computer engineer, but it sounds legit. And according to the Wayback Machine, that notice has been in the TikTok terms of service since at least January of 2023. So I really don't think that this proves that Facebook or Meta bought TikTok.
This is trippy.
Purple doesn't exist. Do you know that? There are no purple photons. Doesn't exist on the light spectrum. It's entirely a psychological creation. So what happens is, if you get red and blue, now normally what the brain should do is say, well, it's halfway between red and blue, so it must be green. I'm getting a lot of stimulus in the red, I'm getting quite a bit in the blue. Halfway between red and blue is green. Okay? But you've also got a green sensor in the middle, and the green sensor, because it's picking up red and blue, isn't picking up anything at all. So the brain, I mean, your brain could go fuzzy and say system error. Because in one sense, in a physical sense, there are no purple photons. Purple doesn't exist, okay? It's entirely created in your head. What the brain does is it essentially has invented a color purple, which essentially represents not green, okay? It's a color to represent the weird, unexplained absence of green. But in physics, it doesn't exist.
I just thought that was absolutely fascinating and had to share it with everyone. I know that we get our available color spectrum from the 3 cones that are in our eyes, and I know there are other creatures with more cones who can theoretically see more base colors than we can. I wonder if they also see false colors like this to make up the difference for this same sort of system malfunction. There are no telling just how many colors there are that we'll never know about, and that's just mind-blowing to me.
This Antarctica egg situation just keeps getting so much deeper, and do you know what? I don't even care if it's real or fake anymore, dog, because this stuff is absolutely hilarious. I just dropped my tea on the floor. Colander is coming out, bro. I ain't got no tinfoil. Right, so the image you're seeing behind me apparently is a coffin slash non-cryostasis like bay that they came across, and a being rose up out of it that was Nordic in nature. So this little area here, as you can see, this is the main stasis area apparently, and these little things on the side, I'm not sure what that is, but yeah, apparently this being rose up out and presented himself in such a way, and I'm going to show you some of the stuff that this guy was explaining about this being. This photo behind me here apparently is the released image of what this being looks like. This is him, apparently, alright? And if they look like this, dog, we are so cooked, bro, because they are handsome as hell. He looks like Legolas. Want to say this, right? Someone asked him, what does he eat? He's a vegetarian, he refuses to eat meat. Right? Does he think we shouldn't eat animals? Never spoke about our food habits. Why are people getting abducted? Because of the Eisenhower alliance with the Greys. Look it up, most of it is true. Does the being eat, sleep, poop or pus? Yes, apparently, right? Laugh or have a sense of humour, question mark. His behaviour is quite natural, doesn't smile, laugh or get angry. Not that we tried making it angry, and that's probably quite a good thing. Is it curious? Yes, a lot. We've been filling him in about our history and events he learned so fast. In a few weeks he learned German, English and most of our known history. Some of it he already knew. Does it ask for random stuff like a chair or clothes? Only clothes and some food. What? I do not even care anymore, right? This lore about this whole egg situation is just getting so deep, and I'm all here for it, dog. I don't even care. You can moan and cry all you want, but deal with it. And this all took place in the Queen Elizabeth mountain range, and I've just made a bit of a video here for you to explain, right? So, look at this space here, okay? Below the McMurdo station, it's all nice and high definition, and you can see everything quite nice and lovely, right? And as we scroll down, oh, what's this? The area it took place is pixelated in the Queen Elizabeth range. What a shock, right? Absolutely not, Google. Stop messing with us, alright? I don't even know anymore. Oh, Down the rabbit hole further we go.
I can't help but feel the same way. This is exactly what you would hope would happen, is that someone involved in one of these expeditions would come forward with photos and information. But this just seems too good to be true. And the photo of the guy they supposedly found laying in this box in this cave, he looks like an AI rendering to me. It would be so awesome to be wrong on this one, but I'm just finding it too out there to be realistic. I can't buy it.
I saw this from another creator, and I'm going to tag him below, but this is extremely concerning. On these coordinates on Google Maps, look at all the helps. Look at all the things written here. What? This is in LA. It's some kind of junkyard. I don't know, but look at this. It connects up here to this rail yard. Look at all those shipping containers. And look at this. If we hit Street View, this is what you see. Blockades, fences. The entire thing is lined with this like concrete barricade wall all the way around. No matter where I click, there's a wall. Then if you jump on the bridge right here, help on the bridge facing the area, the junkyard, the rail yard. This is alarming. So then I jumped on Google Earth just to see if I could see a little bit better. Does that say Traffico, which I'm assuming means trafficking? Maybe it means traffic, but that would make sense. Anyway, help, 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 help. LAPD, federal help. I can't tell what this says. More helps. FBI, I think. I don't know what that says either. But y'all can read that. And there's more stuff right there that I can't make out. That says help. But then what is this thing? Somebody tell me, please, because it looks like I don't know, a hole in the ground. What is it? Somebody tell me. Either way, please go to these coordinates and look at this, because I found it alarming enough to jog me out of my nice restful spot on the couch underneath all of my blankets. And I love my comfy blankets. I find it especially disturbing that all the SOS help messages are connected to this rail yard, Union Pacific. See, down here's the coordinates, there's the rail yard, and this right here is UPS. Somebody needs to find out what's happening here expeditiously.
So when I came across this morning, I went down a deep rabbit hole, and I actually found a video of a guy who went to the location to check it out. And believe it or not, he actually figured something out.
There's a dog. If there's a dog, there's a person. Okay, there's the help sign right there. The big help. I mean, I honestly don't know if this is just kids fooling around or something real. Right there. Help. We'll take some photos. I mean, it says help there too, but I don't know. It's like the help signs and stuff. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I've seen it.
What is it? Do you know who does it?
The old ones. It's been there for a long time.
Do you think it's just kids like messing around?
I don't know. I don't even go in there, you know?
It's like a bunch of help signs up on that lot over there.
I don't know.
There's no way to get in here.
No.
Okay.
Right here is construction. The guy says it's a construction work. It's right here.
Okay.
Over there is a train.
Okay. Okay, I was just wondering.
Help?
Yeah, like...
Oh, yeah, I know.
What is that?
I don't know, man. Every time that it's the big ones, the small ones.
Yeah.
I don't know what is that.
Is it people just messing around?
It's a homeless.
You think so?
Yeah, it's crazy. I know. I seen it. Porque the other day, the guys in construction said, "Who's making like that one?" You know, because I got a big post like that.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? I know. And the little ones, I don't know who is this.
Oh, there's the help sign. You see all those helps?
Oh, this one guy. He puts that.
Is that guy's name Jose?
Yes.
Okay, that's what they told me too.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
So there's a guy named Jose who just keeps putting help.
Always, yes, he does that.
And is Jose here?
He's not here, but he's always like on that side of like under the bridge, like.
And he just messes around.
Always writes that down. Yeah. Yes, all the time.
The reason people are probably coming today is because they put it online.
Yeah, no, he's the one that puts it all the time. I'm not, but he puts it all the time. Okay. Yeah, he writes it everywhere. I don't know if you've seen it everywhere.
Yeah, there's like help and then a bunch of stuff in Spanish.
Yeah, he puts it. That's supposedly.
Yeah, that's what everybody's saying online is that they're worried about it Is it that, or is it like a prank? I guess
we don't know. I mean, he just always, for some reason, it's been years that she's been doing that.
Yeah, it's been on. Google Maps shows it.
Yeah,
for,
but you know, really, I don't know.
Yeah.
He just always writes that down. For what reason? I do not know.
No,
but
I don't. Yeah.
Come on.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a good one.
I guess it's case closed on that one. Unless someone comes out with some new evidence, I guess it's just some guy named Jose who apparently really needs help himself. When I first saw this, I thought it was a prank or something being done for the Google Earth cameras. But when I saw the scale of it, I started to question my initial assumption. But I guess, as it turns out, it is a prank of some sort. It's just been one guy doing it over several years, apparently. You have to admire the dedication to whatever it is he thinks he's achieving, though. Who knows? Maybe he's seen some stuff out there and he's trying to draw attention to that shipping yard for a reason. Maybe they need to be looked into. But guys and gals, I'm going to go ahead and end the video right there. I hope you enjoyed these clips we watched together today. I'll be back tomorrow with another video. I hope you come back to join me. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and check out my merch store at barry-stepp.com. Don't forget to leave a photo of your merch over in the Discord to get your photo in a video. But with all that out of the way, I hope everyone's having a great, safe, fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you all tomorrow.